Hi guys, can you see and hear us?
Yeah, all good.
Fab. Yeah, so Sophie's last one of the day. If you can put your thumbs up or a comment in the comment box and it'll make sure you get a chance to ask a question then. Michael Perlman from the BBC, do you want to go first?
Yeah, hi Sophie.
Hiya.
Good afternoon. First of all, your reflections on Friday night.
Yeah, obviously a good game for us. To score 5 goals at home again is incredible for our team. Positive. I think obviously keeping a clean sheet as well. I think we still could have pressed a bit better personally. Obviously we always want the perfect game, but I think we got in and around the press when we lost the ball. We reacted well, but then there was like 3 or 4 of us around the same player, and they still managed to get out a few times. But luckily, didn't really cause us that many problems.
I think I even mentioned to you about you might need some patience if you don't get an early goal. Obviously, if you score the early goals yourself, you don't have to worry.
Yeah, it does help. Obviously, an early goal against a team like Greece, so potentially you're going to mid to low block. I think it makes it a little bit easier when you do score an early goal. And then, yeah, to score 2-3 after that in the first half also helps.
That's back-to-back goals for you now for Wales. Probably that shows better than anything else the new role you have in this side. And we keep talking about that midfield, but the 3 of you, Angharad and Jess, do really seem to have a really good understanding. Yeah,
it just comes natural to us as well. I feel that we were laughing about it the other day that we don't actually speak that much on the pitch because we kind of don't have to. We're aware of where each other are, and that's just from us, simply checking our shoulders. If I know Jess wants to come low, I'll get out the space. And, that doesn't always come natural with players. A lot of the time there is a lot of communication, but it just seems to, flow nicely for the 3 of us, which obviously helps us, trying to get the ball off the back line and, create problems for the opposition.
And now you prepare for a very different test against France.
Yeah, completely different. Obviously going away from home, I think they'll have a big crowd as well. And, we know what team France are like. I think they have a lot of strengths, but it's about us, trying to, go at their weaknesses really and just play with a bit of freedom again. I know we have nothing to lose really. We're unbeaten at this stage, and I think we're all happy where we are right now as a team, but it's about showing, who we are, and going away from home is going to be perfect for us to do that.
And is it about drawing on those experiences you've got against higher ranked sides? You have the 2 friendlies at the start of Gemma's reign. You obviously held England in Southampton. You had a really good result in the last campaign, really good performance in Norway. Are those the kind of things you look to when you play a team like that?
Yeah, definitely. We want to build on those games that we've played against the top oppositions before. There's always been positives and negatives, throughout the games, but it's just about us believing in what we're doing right now as a team, and we want to show who Wales are, and we don't want to turn up to France on Tuesday night and not show a good account of who we are as the Welsh national team. And I think that's what we've been speaking about now since the game finished the other night.
And obviously worth remembering that as well as it's a difficult game on Tuesday night, you'll be looking ahead to your next qualifier, which obviously is also against France. So whatever happens is that you're going to have to learn a lot and quickly about.
Yeah, like you said, it's obviously back-to-back. We've got France now and then the same in April. But obviously a few months in between to potentially look at how the game goes on Tuesday and what we need to work on and, what went well against them. So hopefully we're in a good position, come April, that we know the ins and outs of France from playing them on Tuesday night.
And just finally for me, it's the last time we'll speak to you in 2021. The campaign has been relentless, 6 games very, very quickly. How do you kind of assess the big picture, and how do you think Wales are doing in your bid to obviously reach cup?
Yeah, it's flown by, hasn't it, this year? It's crazy. I think obviously these last 3 camps, obviously they've been so close together as well. So it feels like we're always on Welsh camp, which is obviously great. But no, yeah, I think we're in, we're in a good place right now as a team. I think going unbeaten as well, going away from home to teams like Slovenia, and getting the draw that we deserved, if not more. But I think it's now about building on that. And like I said, we just want to go into the French game and just be who we are and just try and get on the ball, be positive, but also we know we're going to have to defend really well if we want to get any sort of result against them.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Sophie, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Graham Thomas from Sky Sports News.
Hi Sophie, how you doing?
Hiya, I'm good, thank you. You okay?
Good. Good, thanks, yeah. Do you think, Sophie, there's a ruthlessness about this team now? I'm thinking not just of the fact that you stack up the goals against some of the weaker sides, but there was a moment in that first half on Friday. It was a cold, horrible night. One of the Greek girls went down, doubled up when she got the ball smacked into a midriff from kind of point-blank range, and none of your team batted an eyelid. Never mind went over to her. There was a kind of ruthlessness about that, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think, you know, in meetings and on the pitch, training, we've been speaking about that, and we have to be ruthless against these oppositions. You know, we don't just want to score 1 goal or 2 goals. We want to get as many goals as we can and, you know, put us in a great position going into the next game, whatever that game may be. I think in the past, we're normally happy with a 1-0. Obviously, everyone is, it's a win. But if we can score more goals and create more chances, you know, it's only going to help us as a team.
And it's that mentality, isn't it? You have to be cold-hearted about things.
In a way. I didn't actually realise that girl went down and got hit. I was probably too worried about myself being freezing. But no, I think obviously it is a level of respect of who we're playing as well. But at the end of the day, we want to do everything we can to win. And, you know, if sometimes that is ignoring someone on the floor, then so be it. Right.
You said just earlier that you have to go there to France and still be yourselves and still play the game you want to play. Would it be a mistake then to go there and be more defensive and get behind the ball and try and contain them?
A mistake, did you say? Sorry.
Yeah, would that be a mistake, do you think, given that they're averaging 7 goals a game? So to try and be defensive, get behind the ball, would that be a mistaken approach, do you think? No,
of course not. I think, you know, we're not stupid. We know we have to defend very well against France. But I mean, when we have the ball, we want to be ourselves. We want to be creative like we have in previous games. We know we're probably not going to have as much as the ball as we have the last few games. But when we do have it, we have to be brave with it, and we have to, you know, try and get the ball forward as quick as we can. But also, you know, our number 9 might need to hold it up a bit by the time, you know, a few of us players get up and, you know, help her in that situation, because realistically we probably will be, you know, in a mid-block and, you know, just waiting for those turnovers really.
What have you made, Sophie, of France in this campaign? Have they progressed since the last World Cup?
I can't really comment. Obviously, I don't know what goes in and out of their camp, but, you know, that I feel like they are relentless and they're scoring goals for fun. They don't hold up with whoever they're playing, and they're bringing a lot of youth in now, so they're kind of going through that transition period that their manager's giving the younger players a shot, and they're doing really well.
And just lastly, if you were to lose this game, would it mean a reassessment of what your targets are in this campaign in terms of finishing first or second, or is there still a long, long way to go?
Yeah, there is a long way to go, but I think we are realistic, and, you know, on paper, France probably will come top of the group. That's not to say I don't think we can get a result out there, because I definitely do, but we have to be realistic, and, you know, what we have here it's all about us at the end of the day. So it's just about, like I said, I just want us to be brave on the ball when we get it, but also be solid at the back and, you know, try and prevent them from scoring.
Thanks, Sophie. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Graham. Jean-Pierre Thiezet from French media.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy from France.
Hiya.
Yeah, just a little question. Do you prepare differently to play a team like France than other teams that are weaker?
No, we don't here. You know, we respect every opposition. Obviously, there'll be little tweaks in our, you know, tactics because of who we are playing. So like I said, we will have to be a little bit more defensive than in previous games. But, you know, that happens in every game. We don't change the way we're preparing just because we're playing a top opposition compared to a lower ranked nation.
And just the last one, what do you think you need to do to win this game?
I think we have to be solid in defence, and, you know, midfield we have to try and limit them, you know, getting great opportunities because they've got really fast, athletic players who can, you know, whip balls into the box, but also, you know, go 1v1 in our wide areas. But it's when we have the ball, I think we can hurt them on the transition. I think they leave a lot of space in certain parts of the pitch, and I think the Slovenia game showed that, where Slovenia scored on a transition, where, yeah, they just ran the length of the pitch basically and got a goal. So I think we have the quality in our team to do that.
Okay, thanks, Sophie.
Thank you.
Merci. And Katie Sands from Wales Online.
Hiya. Oh God, I was trying to get my mic on then. Yeah, hiya, Sophie.
Hiya.
I asked Gemma a little bit about Laura then. So she's, you know, in some games she's not been very busy so far in this campaign, which is great, but she's probably in for a bit of a busier shift on Tuesday. How much of a safe pair of hands is she really at the back, and how important is she? Yeah, she is. She's great behind us, you know, in the goal for us. I think in previous games when we've played top oppositions, that's kind of where Laura has shone. I think she secretly thrives on these games. She will obviously be nervous beforehand, but you know, when she's a bit more busier in the games, I think it shows her true qualities within this team and what strengths she has as an individual and as a goalkeeper. And sticking at the back then, have you got any thoughts on the kind of flourishing combination then of Gemma and Hayley at the back? Yeah, they're doing really well. I think, like I've said to you before, I think we always struggle with defenders in this squad. Everyone wants to be midfield or attack. So Hayley would obviously love to play midfield as well, but I think she does a great job at centre-back. And yeah, Gemma Evans coming in now, I think she's grown in confidence over the last few games. And you know, just little things like she communicates all the time. That's a big thing she's been working on, over the last few games, is, you know, giving the people in front of her information, you know, whether it's left shoulder, right shoulder, step, etc. And I think she's come leaps and bounds on with that over the last couple of games. Brilliant. Good luck for Tuesday. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Katie. And Sean Milsref from Club Droid.
Hi Sophie, hope you're well.
Hiya.
I spoke to Gemma about the fact France haven't got Wendy Renard, Amandine Henry, Eugenie Le Sommer for this match. The fact they've been mainstays in the French team for so long. For you as a player, having those players out, does that make a difference, especially in the spine of their team? Or does it, with a team of France's caliber, does it not really matter who's playing? They'll always be a good team.
Yeah, I think they'll always be a good team. They've got, you know, quality through their side. And yeah, they're just the more experienced players within that French side. But you know, I think the younger girls coming through for their team are doing really well as well. So I think it doesn't really make too much difference, but sometimes you do need that, what's the word, like the experience. I think, you know, you can't underestimate how important experience is in international football.
Brilliant. Thanks, Sophie, and good luck for Tuesday night.
Thank you very much.